2 Kings 8. And Elisha spoke to the woman whose son he had restored to life, saying, Arise and go, you and your household, and stay wherever you can, for Yahweh has called for a famine, and furthermore it will come upon the land for 7 years. So the woman arose and did according to the saying of the man of God, and she went with her household and dwelt in the land of the Philistines 7 years. And it came to pass at the end of 7 years that the woman returned from the land of the Philistines, and she went to make an appeal to the king for her house and for her land. And the king talked with Gehazi, the servant of the man of God, saying, Tell me, please, all the great things that Elisha has done. And it came to pass, as he was telling the king how he had restored to life the dead, that there was the woman whose son he had restored to life, appealing to the king for her house and for her land. And Gehazi said, My lord king, this is the woman, and this is her son, whom Elisha restored to life. And when the king asked the woman, she told him. So the king appointed an officer for her, saying, Restore all that was hers, and all the proceeds of the field from the day that she left the land until now. 2 Kings 9. And Elisha the prophet called one of the sons of the prophets, and said to him, Get yourself ready, and take this flask of oil in your hand, and go to Ramoth Gilead. And when you arrive at that place, look for Jehu, son of Jehoshaphat, the son of Nimshi there, and go in and make him rise up from among his associates, and take him to an inner room, and take the flask of oil and pour it on his head, and say, Thus says Yahweh, I have appointed you king over Israel. And open the door and flee, and do not delay. 2 Kings 10. And they brought out the sacred pillars of the temple of Baal, and burned them. And they broke down the sacred pillar of Baal, and tore down the temple of Baal, and made it a refuse dump to this day. Thus Jehu destroyed Baal from Israel. And Yahweh said to Jehu, Because that you have done well in doing what is right in my sight, and have done to the house of Ahab all that was in my heart, your sons shall sit on the throne of Israel to the 4th generation. 2 Kings 11. And Jehoiada made a covenant between Yahweh and the king and the people, that they should be the people of Yahweh, and also between the king and the people. And all the people of the land went to the temple of Baal and tore it down. Its altars and images they thoroughly broke in pieces. Jehoash was 7 years old when he became king. 2 Kings 12. And Jehoash said to all the priests, The money of the dedicated gifts that are brought into the house of Yahweh, let the priests take it themselves, and they may repair the damages of the temple.